This is a wild story. This is a really weird, crazy, sad story. I used to get in trouble a lot as a kid. You know, I had a lot of problems with school, getting suspended all the time. So one day I got suspended and my mother sent a cab to get me, and the cab driver drove me home. And he became friends with my mother. His name was Steve. And he was chasing her, but she wasn't into him. So my mother had a best friend named Frances, who had moved to Delaware. That was her best friend. She had a daughter that was my age that I played with when I was like 3 and 4 years old or whatever. So they moved to Delaware. And Frances wanted my mother, whose name is Frances, to go down and visit her. She's always been, asking her to come down. So this guy, Steve, would do anything to get a chance to go with my mother. So he offered to drive us down there. Every once in a while, took us over to these Spanish people's house on the Grand Concourse in the Bronx. And these people were like very religious, and they had a holy shrine in their backyard with like candles and glasses of holy dirt, supposedly. I don't know how or why it was holy dirt or anything like that. So the night before the trip, he got 2 wine glasses filled with the holy dirt from the shrine. So, and he brought it on the trip. And I'm a kid sitting in the freaking car. I'm like 8 years old. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? How many more minutes? How many more minutes? I remember it was a dreadful long ride. So we finally get there. Frances, bye-bye. I see the daughter. She was all cute, I remember. So she, come on, we gotta play a game. So she whipped out that game, Haunted House or Haunted Mansion. I don't remember the title of it. But I remember I was so happy. I loved girls. I loved playing with girls all the time, right? So I remember we were laying on the rug on the floor, and she's setting up the house, the Haunted House game, and we just started playing. We're there a half an hour, and the phone rang. And it was bad news. Frances's older daughter was in Misericordia Hospital in the Bronx, and she was with cerebral hemorrhage, and she was in a coma. It was from her boyfriend hitting her, slamming her head into the wall or some shit like that. And now we gotta go back to New York. We're there a half an hour. And Frances's husband, at the time, it wasn't his daughter in the hospital, he couldn't drive at night. So, we had to go back. I remember being very sad, partially because, I was being taken away from this girl that I wanted to hang out with, and the other part was because of the girl in the hospital. We drove back to New York, and with the mother, Frances. The husband stayed back with the daughter, and the girl died a week later. And I always thought about the holy shrine that this guy brought, the dirt, why would God do that? That's where a lot of questioning came into play, my faith. This guy supposed to bring good luck, you know, with this, and the girl died. It's pretty amazing. I wonder what happened to that girl, the little girl. Her name was, I think it was Tina. I'm not sure. They called her TT. My brother gave me her name a couple of years ago, 25 years ago or something. I did a half-ass, search on her, but I didn't really follow through on it. Wonder what happened to her, how her life turned out.